Welcome back to Go Figure. Today we are on lesson 43 of Saxon Algebra Half, multiplying mixed numbers and dividing mixed numbers. Here are a couple warm-up problems. Please pause the video and work those out, and then check your answers on the other side. All right, first problem. 4/9 times 18/30. So when we are multiplying fractions, we want to cancel as much as possible to simplify our multiplying. So we can go ahead and factor out a 9 from the 9 and the 18. We get 1 here, we get 2 here. And then we can factor out 2 between the 4 and the 30. So I can get 2 there and 15 here. You could have also done it, factored out a 2 between this 2 and the 30. And you would have got the same answer. So that's going to end up being 2 times 2 is 4 over 1 times 15. So 4/15. All right, next one we have dividing of fractions. And remember, when we divide fractions, we want to change that to multiplication by the reciprocal. So that's going to end up being 21/6 times 4/27. And then we'll do our cancellation. So I can factor out a 2 between the 6 and 4. So that would make that a 3, and this would be 2. And then between 21 and 27, we can factor out 3. So this will be 7 here, and then this would be 9. And now we can go ahead and multiply. 7 times 2 is 14, and 3 times 9 is 27. So 14/27. Our learning objectives today are to multiply mixed numbers and to divide mixed numbers. And if you need a review in multiplying and dividing fractions, like we just did in the warm-up, that would be back on lesson 19. Okay, so for multiplying mixed numbers, all we need to do is convert our mixed numbers to improper fractions, and then we can go ahead and cancel if possible and then multiply. So it's just one little more step than what we were doing before. So here's an example. We have 3 mixed numbers. We want to change these all to improper fractions so that we can multiply them. So 2 1/4 would be 4 times 2 is 8 plus 1 is 9, so 9/4 here. And then multiply by 9, 10, 10/3. And then multiplied by 12 times 5 is 60 plus 1, 61/12. Okay, and now we can cancel where we see any common factors. So we can cancel out or factor out a 3 here. I would turn that 9 into a 3, the 3 into a 1. We can factor out a 2 between the 4 and the 10. So that makes that 2, and this is 5. And then we can also do a cancellation between this 3 and the 12 here. So we can factor out a 3, makes that 1, and makes that 4. Okay, there isn't any more cancellation that I see, so we can go ahead and multiply across. 1 times 5 times 61, which would be 305. And then 2 times 1 times 4 is 8. So 305/8. And we don't need to convert this back into a mixed number. We can just leave it as an improper fraction. If you wanted to convert it back to a mixed number, that's totally fine. Either answer is correct. But for the sake of just keeping things simple, we can just keep it in this form. And then dividing mixed numbers. Again, write the mixed number as an improper fraction first, and then we want to invert the divisor and multiply. So in this example, first step is going to be to convert all of these fractions, or all of these mixed numbers, into improper fractions. So here we would have 32 33/8. divided by 10, 11, 11 fifths, times by 12, 13, 13 fourths, and divided by 2 times 5 is 10 plus 1, 11, oops, 11 over 2, 11 halves. Okay, and then our next step would be to change these division into multiplication and flip the fractions following them. So this would be 33 eighths times 5 elevenths times 13 fourths, that stays the same, and then times 2 over 11. Okay, and now we can see if there's any cancellation that can be done. So let's see, between 33 and 11, we could factor out 11. So that makes that 3, and this is 1. What else? Between the 8 and the 2 here, we can factor out 2, so that makes that 1, and this is 4. Okay, and I don't see any other cancellation we can do. So 3 times 5 times 13 times 1, I already worked that out, is going to be 195. And then 4 times 4 times 11 is 176. So we can keep our answer in this form. In proper fraction forms, totally fine. 195 over 176. Here are some practice problems for you to try on your own. Pause the video, work them out, and then we'll check your answers when you're ready. Okay, first problem. We want to change this first mixed number into an improper fraction. So you get 17 fourths, and then multiply by 8 ninths. We can cancel a 4 out of here, get that to be 1, there's 2. And then we have 17 times 2, which is 34, over 1 times 9, which is 9. So final answer, 34 over 9. All right, first step, convert these to improper fractions. You have 9 fourths times 3 halves times 10 thirds. Next step is to cancel. So we can factor out a 3 here. We can factor out 2 between these ones. That's a 1 there and a 5 here. And I don't see any other cancellation we can do. So now we have 3 times 3, which is 9 times 5, 45 in our numerator. And then 4 times 1 in our denominator, so 4. 45 over 4 is our final answer. And again, we do not need to convert this back to a mixed number. Leaving it this way is totally fine. All right, here we have a division. So let's first convert these to improper fractions. So we'll have 13 fourths divided by 11 fifths. And now to divide fractions, we just multiply by the reciprocal of that divisor. So this is actually going to be 13 fourths times 5 elevenths. And there is no cancellation that we can do here. So we'll just end up doing 13 times 5, which is 65, over 4 times 11, which is 44. So 65 over 44, final answer. And lastly, first we're going to convert all of our mixed numbers to improper fractions. So we'll have 4 times 3 is 12 plus 2, okay, 14 thirds, divided by 7/6 times 7/3 divided by 5/3. And then we need to change our division to multiplication by the reciprocal. So our next step will show 14/3 times 6/7 times 7/3, and then times 3/5. Any cancellation we can do, we can cancel out those 7s to both be 1. 6 and 3 we can cancel to 2/1. And then we have 3 and 3, we can cancel out those to be 1/1. And that looks like it. So we have 14 times 2 times 1 times 1. It's 28. And in our denominator, 1 times 1 times 1 times 5. So our final answer is 28/5. In summary, when we're simplifying, we want to convert mixed numbers to improper fractions and then multiply, or invert the divisor and multiply, and then use cancellation where possible. And again, you can keep your answer as an improper fraction, but the mixed number is also correct. Today's assignment is problem set 43, and go ahead and read lesson 44 in your textbook. Thanks, and have a great day.